And it's the next step on the setup of the new Coral Frag tank. We're going to be putting live rock in the tank today. I've gotten prepared by adding a heater into the system down there. I've also added a protein skimmer, a unit that I had sitting around here, so I was able to resurrect it. And this will come in handy for basically curing the rock, which will occur in the tank. In addition, we've added an internal water pump, this being the controller for the unit. It offers a variable speeds as well as water flow patterns. Does something like 20,000 liters per hour. Certainly sends a jet of water all the way down to the end, of which in turn it boils up down at the end, so it ought to create some significant circulation in there. Today we're going to be placing live rock into the tank, which will start the initial curing of the rock, which again will occur in the tank. There'll be essentially two rows, one row about a third the way back from here and one row across the back, thus leaving a what I'm calling a surge channel down through this 1/3 and then a return across the front, which essentially will allow me two ridges of live rock to place corals upon. And our friend Condi is here today getting the live rock ready. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Great.
Getting my back ready too, you know. Getting old, man.
We all are, unfortunately. Yeah, I could use that too. Just strap my belly so I don't have
hide it too, you know. There we go.
Yeah, I have to hide my big belly too. So we've got some container rock here.
To keep the cost down, most imported live rock these days is shipped via a container. And unlike the fish and corals that we get, the rock itself is no more than draped with wet newspaper. Which means most of the life that was originally on the rock does not arrive alive. This is referred to as container rock. Granted, there's still some life within the rock, along with algae, some mollusks, sponge, and an abundance of bacteria, but not the amount of life that we used to see on the live rock years ago. With the loss of life on the rock, we want to eliminate that death or dying aspects, and to do so, we're going to pressure wash the rock. This process effectively blasts away any loose or dying matter, leaving basically the rock with some internal aspects of life. Condi will use a standard pressure washer, which should be hooked up to a water source that provides salt water. It's bad enough to have lost the life during the slow transportation, but we don't need to kill off the remaining life using faucet water. Once Condi has cleansed the rock of its debris, we can then begin to create the structures that will fit our needs or application.
So the plan here is to take the rock and create two ridges, for lack of a better description, of rock in the tank, but at the same time we're going to take and drill a lot of the pieces, or pre-drill a lot of the pieces, so that they'll have little holes in them. So that they'll have little holes in them to place coral frag plugs into, such as that, which will be a real benefit for me, considering my big reason for doing this tank out here. aside from allowing me to expand my coral frag interest, but namely because of my frustration with corals getting knocked over in the display tank inside the house. So adding little holes for coral frags and plugs will be a significant advantage and benefit for me. In preparation of Condi's live rock structure in the tank, and noting that this is a glass tank, I'm going to be placing this black egg crate panel down on the bottom of the tank first. It'll offer a cushion so that there's no potential breakage of the tank due to the live rock itself. It also offers a secure spot. The live rock shouldn't move around on the egg crate, whereas it could slip a little bit on the glass. But what it'll also offer is additional spots to place coral frag plugs.
I need to create a notched area on the egg crate grid to accommodate the tank's internal overflow. And using the neck portion of my hammer allows me to easily break away the tabs that create the egg crate matrix. I just need to make a vertical and then a horizontal cut, and that will give me the notched area that I need. Once notched, it's a simple matter of slipping the grid into the tank under the water and positioning it on the bottom of the tank.
So you can see we've got the black egg crate panel placed inside the tank, sitting at the bottom. Again, this will be what the rock itself sits upon. It'll act as a cushion between the rock and the glass. It'll also act as a spot for placing coral frag plugs where the rock is not. So in addition to the rock creating the foundation to place the coral frags, it'll also be an attractive structure. Condi is getting artistic now with different caves and shapes. And again, lots of holes to place different coral frags in place.
Probably on a shelf, somewhere all around, along the sides, go up, highest, that way we could put some more.
Be able to grow lots of corals on top of there.
Everything has its own space. Acro's up top, all the other stuff more towards the bottom, you know, depending what it is.
Right.
So we're going to have holes all throughout the sides to where, you know, you could utilize every single piece of
Use
rock.
all the space, maximize the growing area.
That way, you know, you could more.
So part of the coral rock sculpture master's process is a series of pins that allow different pieces of rock to connect with each other, and done in a manner that makes it quite unique as far as its look, stance, position, poise, sculpture, whichever word you'd like to use. And it's fairly strong once they're drilled and pinned together. And this will create the foundation for the corals themselves to be placed upon. And of course it'll also allow for lots of water flow to pass through and around not only the corals but the rocks themselves. And so he'll be pre-drilling and assembling a lot of this here in the driveway first, and then transporting it over into the tank and positioning it inside there. So we've drained away some of the water from the tank to compensate for the rock, and then once we've got the rock in there, we can go ahead and add some new water. Condi has made some significant strides here with regards to the new rock, which you can see. He's drilled a number of holes in the rock to accommodate the plugs for coral plugs, and if not coral plugs, they'll serve as anchor points for epoxy. So grab a hold or fast holds, whichever you want to call them. So this has come along really nice. Probably another couple more islands and then we'll be ready to start moving them into the tank itself.
Hi there, my name's Jim Stime and you know me as the LA Fish Guy. Well, I also wear a couple of other hats. One of them is the jellyfish tank called the Jelly Aquarium, and the third is myfishtank.com. I offer an entire line of acrylic aquariums ranging from rectangular to hexagon, flatback hex, as well as the custom curve front aquariums. There's also an entire line of stands and canopies ranging from MDF to pine to oak with a variety of different finishes available. And the website is even smart enough that you can calculate what the freight and crate charges to your location will be. That's myfishtank.com.
GHL is widely recognized for the most reliable and future-proof aquarium controllers, dosers, and aquarium LED lighting on the market. Designed and manufactured in Germany, all GHL products are built with the highest quality and standards. The GHL Profilux 4 raises the bar to a whole new level. Featuring built-in Wi-Fi, the Profilux 4 can be connected to your network wirelessly and be monitored and controlled from anywhere. With integrated ports for temperature, pH, ORP, conductivity, and dissolved oxygen, you can monitor virtually anything. Built-in expansion ports and optional flow sensors allow the Profilux 4 to scale to meet the needs of even the most advanced aquarium installations without the need for additional add-on modules. The new GHL Doser 2.1 takes dosing to the extreme with integrated Wi-Fi for wireless management. It includes inputs for level sensors, a temperature probe, and an output for a magnetic stirrer, making it an ideal solution for everything from dosing, automatic top-off, automated water changes, and even automated feeding. The GHL Mitras are the most powerful and flexible LEDs in their class. The 7206's built-in wireless control makes for fast and easy setup, while the GHL Light Composer allows users to easily set up their spectrum and lighting schedule. 6 individual LED clusters provide the industry's best blending of LED channels while also providing the best spread. 9 channels of control allow you to tailor your lighting scheme to meet the needs of even the most difficult to keep corals while also bringing out colors in corals and fish that would otherwise remain unseen. All GHL products can be controlled via the GHL Control Center application as well as the MyGHL Cloud interface, allowing for monitoring, control, and management from anywhere via an internet connection. The unique interface eliminates the need for coding while providing advanced programming functionality unrivaled by the competition. If you're looking for the best controllers, dosers, and lighting on the market, then GHL has a product to fit your needs. For more information, visit aquariumcomputer.com. Aquarium LED Mounts manufactures revolutionary articulating mounts for the most popular LED fixtures and pendants. Their unique patent-pending design allows for full articulation of the light. You can rotate the fixture 360 degrees while also tilting it in any direction in order to maximize coverage while reducing shadowing and light bleed onto the viewing panels. They are designed to be used in conjunction with canopies, light racks, and light bars, but can also be adapted for use with light mount arms. The kit includes all the hardware needed to attach to your favorite LED fixtures. Aquarium LED Mounts offers articulating mounts for many popular fixtures, such as the GHL Mitras LX series, Kessel 350, Kessel 360, and AP 700 fixtures, as well as Ecotech's Radion, AI Hydra 52, and AI Soul fixtures. Custom mounting adapters for other fixtures can be produced upon request. For more information, check out aquariumledmounts.com.
So with the pressure washer, which does have a little bit of an issue, so I wouldn't maybe go so far as call it a pressure washer, let's just call it a washer. We can go ahead and clean off the rock from the drill dust, so we don't need to put that into the tank. This being the generalized rock work as it'll look in the aquarium. Again, essentially 2 rows with a trough or a valley going down the center of it. The right hand side being the back and the left hand side being the fore reef, we'll call it. There's some additional pieces over here that I think what we'll do is once this stuff is in the tank, we'll take these pieces and fill in particular up against the back wall, and once we figure out where they're going to go, we can then take and drill some additional plug holes in that, creating more places for coral plugs to be positioned. So that's not real strong, huh? I've got a
which is fine, you know.
Okay.
So it's now time to move the individual coral mounds into the tank. As you can see, there's still dust from the rock and the drilling, which does quickly cloud up the water. But fortunately, we've already determined the shape and the location of the various mounds, so placement is not an issue. With the rear row of rock mounds in place, and some position adjustment, Condi sees where he may need to make some minor adjustments. And the addition of many more holes for coral plugs. We'll now start bringing in the pieces for the front row, or what I call the fore reef. Both the rear and the front coral reef structures consist of approximately 4 mounds of rock each. And even though each mound was predetermined in its shape and position, final adjustments are still necessary to tweak and modify or to improve the look once inside the tank.
So to a certain degree the water is beginning to clear up. We're going to start moving pieces, because again I want to make this trough, this surge zone down through the center, so we're going to adjust pieces on the back side to be closer to the back, opening up the surge zone or the trough down between. I think the front row it's got a nice little bit of clearance across the front, so again it's just working on getting the pieces on the back side a little closer or tighter to the back. We've also got a few pieces that we're going to use to put up against the wall itself that we can drill holes into and make additional locations for frags to be put in there. So it might still be a little too early to tell based on the clarity or lack of clarity of the water, but you can see the rock with all the little holes that are drilled inside there. Here's a particular branching rock with a number of holes on it. More flat pieces, and all of these have holes drilled in them. And this is just the ridge of rock across the front of the tank, and that doesn't have anything to do with the ridge of rock across the back of the tank with, again, numerous holes drilled into it. And you can't really tell yet or distinguish, but there is a trough or a valley in there, and that large pump is really moving water down to the far end of the tank. You can see it boiling up at the far end, and then it circulates back down this side here. So we are quite pleased with the results so far, so we're just waiting for the filter system to do its thing. Protein skimmers driving organics out. We've got a filter sock in there that's trapping out particles. I'll probably need to change that sock shortly. And then we've also got a container here of rock, excess rock, that we can put extra pieces in if we find, and also part of this batch back here is intended to go to a service customer. So far we're very pleased. What do you think, young man? You like?
First one came out badass. Came out, you know. I think there's going to be more of these, so. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So with that in mind, make sure to come back for the next part of this Jim's Frag Tank episode and see how the water's cleared up. And again, the next part will be a combination of putting the lights on the tank as well as adding the Apex monitoring, automated top-off, and possibly doser system. So until then, keep moving forward.